Welcome back to Burning River Bushcraft. Let's make some lunch today. Today we're going to be having the Valley Food Storage sweet and sour Asian rice. Now this is not a traditional backpack meal. This is more prepper food or more long-term storage food. This came out of the 70 serving food bucket that Valley Food Storage sells. If this is the kind of thing you like, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment in the comment box, and ring the bell to be notified of my latest videos. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Burning River Bushcraft. I also teach outdoor classes at outdoorcore.com. Now, if these meals look really good to you, or if you're not quite as prepared as you should be, and maybe you've seen some of my other 70 serving food bucket meals, I am a Valley Food Storage affiliate. So go ahead, look in the description box. You'll find my affiliate link. Use that link, head over to Valley Food Storage, and start shopping today. So if you look how thin this is quite a bit thinner than a normal backpack meal. The footprint, the size of the envelope is around the same, but this is actually a serving of 5. So a family of 5, this would be one lunch or dinner. If I just had this out in the woods, this would be lunch for an entire 5-day trip. So that is an incredibly compact package. Now, the nutritional facts, I don't really read them anymore. You can pause the video and read them. Your best bet is going to Valley Food Storage and checking them out there. This is not a boil water and dump it in the envelope and eat it kind of meal, because this is more prepper food. You can mix this and make an individual serving, or you can make the entire packet. I'm going to make one serving today. I'm going to be using a half a cup of this mix only, and I'm going to mix that with a cup and a half of boiling water. But then I have to simmer it a little bit. So a lot of the backpack stoves don't really simmer. A lot of things are really good at boiling water for campers, but simmering is kind of a different issue. So you're going to need a pot for this, and you're going to need a stove that lets you turn the heat down and simmer. So my water is already boiling here. I'm just going to go ahead and add the water to the mix and simmer it on my Kelly kettle. So how do I simmer on a Kelly kettle? I have a short video on using this ultimate kit. So this is not just a kettle. I've got a hobo stove, I've got a pot, I've got a bunch of stuff that all fits in the same approximate size as the kettle. Check that out on my YouTube short channel. So I'm going to let that simmer for about 20 minutes. It looks a little wet to me, so I've got the lid off. I'm going to let that steam down a little bit. So while that's simmering, I'll give you a little look inside the bag here. And it's pretty uneventful. You don't see a lot of anything. You see more powder, a little bit of rice, not a whole lot else. Smells pretty good, but I am not a real big fan of this sweet and sour Asian rice. I like a teriyaki rice personally more. It's not something I usually order in a restaurant. But it smells pretty darn good, so we'll see how it tastes. So here's the sweet and sour Asian rice. It's definitely sweet. I'm not a huge fan of sweet and sour rice. And I think if this was the only thing I was eating, if this was my whole entree, it would be a little too sweet for me. If I was eating this or ordered this at an Asian restaurant, I would definitely have an egg roll. And I could probably add that to my food preps in the freezer and at least have them for the first few weeks after an event. But if this was camping, I would definitely try to pair this with fish, or if I was able to get some type of game. I need some kind of meat for me just to take the sweetness down. I'm not a big sweet eater anyway. But it's definitely good as a side dish, and if you really enjoy sweet and sour rice, then you'll be all about that. But as a base that you can add a little bit of protein to and stretch that into an entire meal, that would be the best use for this meal for me.